they going to come out this way, or are they going to come out this way and then skate? Yep.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network's presentation of PIHL Class AA Varsity Hockey here from the Belmont Complex. The Armstrong Riverhawks will be hosting the Mars Fighting Planets this evening, but before that we have a special presentation. It will be Armstrong Senior Night tonight. 9 seniors on the Riverhawks varsity team, and I see some girls lined up from the East team as well that plays out of the Belmont, a very successful program in their first year of existence last year. My name is Josh Schreckengoss, Judd Stewart to my right. And Judd, senior night, always a nice time for the families, always a nice time for the players too. You know, you have a little extra juice when it's senior night.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. It's always nice to celebrate the accomplishments of your senior squad. Certainly a lot of people in the house tonight. We've got some balloons, we've got jerseys hanging. They're doing a nice little presentation here for the kids tonight, but you're right, this should energize the Riverhawks here tonight and get them going here and see how they can stack up against the Fighting Planets. And like you said, with 9 seniors on the team, that's certainly something to play for when you're a younger guy, and certainly when you're one of those 9, you're playing for your buddy down the bench from you as well. So a lot to look forward to here this evening.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw when you walked in right there, they have the jerseys hanging like you said, but underneath them they made little mannequins basically and put the Arrows jerseys, the younger jerseys, and like cutouts of these kids' faces when they were younger, so it looks like the whole senior squad is probably like 12 years old with these little mannequin things that they made. It's a really cool touch. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
No, me either. And they've got kids' names and jersey number signage on the walls over here. The parents are gathered. Like we said, there's a strong turnout here tonight. So you know, it's always good too that they were able to get this game in a little earlier. You know, I know sometimes we're here 8, 9 o'clock at night. So certainly this is nice for the families and maybe some younger siblings to be able to get in here and see a game as well. So should be a good crowd here on hand and should be a great night here at the Belmont.
Yeah, I saw some administrators as well from Armstrong Junior Senior High School, so it's also nice when your teachers come out, you know, people that make a difference in these kids' everyday lives when they're not out here on the ice, you know, when they're in school. And I always appreciated that, you know, during my senior night in high school for basketball. You know, I had a couple of teachers that I was really close to, and they made an appearance for the senior night presentation. It's just kind of gives you the feels a little bit.
Yep, absolutely.
Even as a young guy, where you think you're macho and you're like, whatever. Yeah, my teacher showed up, but no, it's really a cool thing. The community coming out in support tonight.
For sure, and I have a coworker who has a son who plays here. I just saw him coaching his son's team and everything, and I know that he talks a lot about coming to these games and what these Arrows games mean to this community, and certainly what they mean to some of these younger players who look up to these kids. And I know Travis's son is a Butler kid, so he wouldn't necessarily be playing on this team later down the road. But this again is something to look up to, something to watch. I mean, these kids are great athletes, and there's a lot of excitement here and a lot of good things going on at the Belmont Center. So,
yeah. Speaking of which, before we get into the senior night ceremony, the Belmont Complex.
Sorry. As I stand on your flyer, I apologize.
I was giving you a little tap on the ankle there. The Belmont Complex is this evening's game sponsor, our official broadcast partner and scoreboard sponsor tonight. Thank you to Gary Montabell, the director here at the Belmont Complex, and I want to let folks know that the 2023 spring programs registration is open for the Learn to Skate Series 3. First step toward becoming a skilled hockey player or figure skater. Lessons are set by the Ice Skating Institute. Our Learn to Skate program is a half-hour group lesson held Sunday afternoons for 8 weeks, and that registration deadline is February 26th. Also, the Learn to Play free day is Saturday, February 25th at 1:50 p.m. Join us here at the Belmont to have fun and learn some basic hockey skills, no cost, and equipment is provided. So if your youngster maybe has an interest in playing some hockey and you don't want to go out there and drop $2,000 on the equipment just yet, they'll provide equipment here at the Belmont, and you can register at tryhockeyforfree.com, and that's for ages 4 to 9, boys and girls. The registration deadline is 5 days prior to the event, so that would be the 20th of February would be the deadline. And of course, you can call the Belmont for more information, 724-548-1067, or check them out online at belmontcomplex.net. So a couple cool programs there for the youth.
Absolutely. Great opportunity to learn this beautiful sport.
It is indeed a beautiful sport. It takes a lot of skill and it's a lot of different body control than sport where you're just running on your own feet. To skate in and of itself is a very difficult thing to do. Trust me, I know. I've tried.
Yep, absolutely. It's not easy. You have to have great balance, great coordination, and then to not only be able to skate, but to be able to keep your head up while you're skating and using a stick to move a puck up the ice. I mean, that's not, there's a lot of coordination needed there.
So once we get ready to get this ceremony underway, Judd and I will take off our headsets and put the microphones out so you guys out there tuning in tonight can hear the public address as our seniors are introduced. And I'll just go down the line and let you know who those seniors are. Jamison Yakmak, number 4. Wyatt Tutak, number 5. Caleb Hoffman, number 10. Dylan Morris, the goaltender, number 15. Alex Bartigwin, number 29. Owen Check, number 30. Braden Landgraf, the captain, number 34. And Ezra Simpson, number 91. And Chase Huff, number 95. Those are the seniors for the Riverhawks, and they will be introduced here shortly. And here we go. So Judd and I will put the microphones out so you can hear the public address, and we'll be back for the start of the game.
Get things started, our first senior, number 29, Alex Bartigan. His parents are Yuri and Jen Bartigan. Alex has played for 10 years. His favorite hockey memory is scoring the overtime goal in the middle school championship game, and his favorite coach is Jim Henderson. His school and extracurricular activities include hockey. His message to the younger players is enjoy it, it goes too fast. Message from his family, is how did you go from Mike to senior so quickly? Life has sometimes been a challenge for you. We have watched you handle everything with that beautiful smile and grace most don't have. We are so proud of you. Keep smiling. We love you so much. Alex's last will is to leave his locker to Adam Hooks. The next senior, number 30, Owen Check. His parents played 4 years in his favorite hockey memory was a Steve Ryan championship. Butler Lineberg. His favorite coach is Lee Crafton. His school and extracurricular activities, the high school amateur hockey, big surfing, fishing, and skiing. His post-graduation plans are to attend college, play hockey, and get a job making a lot of money and marry a beautiful wife. His message to the younger players is to play every game like it is your last and go into every game with the attitude that you want to win. A message from his family: at the age of 4, you cried, "I don't want to play hockey," and broke your dad's heart. We tried hockey the next year and you haven't left the ice since. Watching you play each year and seeing the player that you are now, we couldn't be more proud. We hope you continue to work hard in all that you do. We love you, Mom, Dad, Kayla, and Tiger. His last will is to leave his locker room to Chesky and his cloud bombs to him. Our next senior, number 10, Caleb Hoffman. Parents Chris and David. Caleb played 14 years of his favorite hockey memory is winning the Belmont Cup in the Steve Brown Memorial Tournament. His favorite coach was John Yakmak. School and extracurricular activities are golf and hunting. After graduation, he plans to attend college for safety management, and his message to the younger players is nothing is impossible. Teamwork and hard work can get you anywhere in life. Message from his family: we are so proud of you and who you are today. Learn from everything you can, and remember how much we love you and love Mom. Congratulations, Caleb. I'm very proud of you, love Dad. His last will was to leave his silky mitts and locker to Jonas Miller. Our next senior, number 95, is Chase Hoff. Parents Chad and Renee Hoff. Chase has played for 8 years, and his favorite hockey memory is winning the Steve Ryan tournament. His school and extracurricular activities were SAD Club, Key Club, Leo Club, and Stugo. After graduation, he plans to attend a trade school for welding or auto mechanics. And his message to younger players is to always work hard and enjoy the game. You never know who is watching. From his family: we are so proud of you. Never stop chasing your dreams. Love Mom and Dad. His last will is to leave his locker and call him coach. Our next senior, number 15, Dylan Morris. Parents Stephanie and Dan Morris. Dylan has played for 12 years. His favorite hockey memory is winning the middle school championship, and his favorite coach is Jimmy Hendrickson. His school and extracurricular activities include golf, hunting, riding dirt bikes, and fishing. His plans after graduation are to attend college, and his message to the younger players: hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. The message from his family is it's been an amazing journey watching you play hockey over the years. No matter how stressful the game got, you never let it get to you. You always went out there and had fun and gave it your all. We're so proud of you, Bill. We know you can't stop them all, but you can get one every once in a while. We love you, Mom and Dad, Connor, Ryan, and Helen. Dylan's last will is to leave Logan Hooks his locker. Next senior, number 34, Braden Landgraf. Parents Mike and Cindy Landgraf. Braden has played for 12 years. His favorite hockey memory is winning nationals and scoring a penalty shot goal in overtime to win mid-airs. Favorite coach is Eddie Jeremy. His school and extracurricular activities include golf, track, NHS, Key Club, and SAD Club. And after graduation, he plans to go to college, graduate, and get a job. His message to the younger players is work hard at every shift and Sully Hart. From his family, it has been an honor and privilege to not only watch you grow into the young man that you are, but to watch you grow and become such a great player. We couldn't be more proud and so eager to see what the next chapter has in store for you. His last will is to leave his locker to Carson and Franceschi, and for him to continue to go to McDonald's before practices. And he leaves his Pine Line jersey to Jonas Miller. Next senior, number 91, Ezra Simpson. Parents Jason Simpson and Mackenzie Kwiatkowski. Ezra has played for 14 years, and his favorite hockey memory is hotels in his Hyperstar season and winning the Riverhawks Winter School and JV championships. His favorite coach is Eddie Jeremy. School and extracurricular activities, construction trades at Lenape Tech, Armstrong Riverhawks hockey, 6th through 12th grade. After graduation, plans on getting a good paying job, starting a family, and owning a fast car. His message to the younger players, the great things about hockey is after a while you become more than teammates, you become brothers. Message from his family, Ezra has been amazing to watch you grow and become a wonderful young man. We can't wait to watch your journey where life takes you. Mom, and Mike, and Dad, and Dylan. Ezra's last will is to give his shower duty to Roland. Next senior, number 5, Wyatt Tutak. Parents Marsha and Chris Tutak. Wyatt has played for 10 years, and his favorite hockey memory is winning the Glasgow tournament in Pee-wees. His favorite coach is Lee Grafton. His school and extracurricular activities include golf, fishing, and lifting. After graduation, he plans to go to college for civil engineering. His message to the younger players is to make sure you don't take any days of hockey for granted. It all goes by in the blink of an eye. The message from his family is, it seems like yesterday, we were tying your skates and that was your senior year. We're proud of you and the young man you have become. We look forward to seeing what the future will bring. Keep up the hard work. I hope you have a great senior year. We love you, Mom and Dad. Wyatt's last will is to leave his locker to Jeff. Next senior, number 4, Jameson Yakman. Parents Lori and John Yakman. Jameson has played for 14 years. His favorite hockey memory is the Belmont Cup final and the line brawl versus Baltimore. His favorite coach is Lee Grafton. His school and extracurricular activities include senior class cabinet, SAD club, key club, and quiz bowl. His plans following graduation are to become a special education teacher, travel the world, find a wife, and start a family. His message to the younger players is to treat every shift like it's your last. Play hard, play fast, and play smart. Most of all, enjoy it and don't listen to the bad people. But last of all, get pucks deep. Message from his family, we have loved every minute of watching you become the hard-working young man you are today. We're so proud of you, Mom and Dad. Jameson's last will, he gives his big hits to Miranda, his hockey IQ to Graf and Rolo, and his style goes to Fashir. Next of our seniors is number 38, Leah O'Donnell. Parents Greg and Kathy O'Donnell. Leah has played for 10 years. Her favorite hockey memory is placing second at the national championship in Denver. Her favorite coach is Jason Evans. School and extracurricular activities include hockey, key club, and SAD club. Her plans following graduation are to attend college, continue playing hockey, and live a happy life. Her message to younger players is work hard, enjoy the little things, and have fun. Message from her family. Leah, you were 8 years old when you fell in love with playing hockey. Fast forward 10 years and you're still playing and loving every minute of it. We hope you have a great senior year on the ice. We love you, love Mom, Dad, and Abby. Leah's last will is to leave her ability to the last rest for practice to Maya, best playlist to Emers, and passing skills to Autumn. Our next senior, number 44, Cora Williams. Her favorite hockey memory is playing the game. Her favorite hockey memory is scoring the game-winning goal in triple overtime to advance to the finals of the PIHL Girls Championship. Her favorite coach is her dad. School extracurricular activities include E Club, SAD Club, Class Cabinet, FCA, Leo Club, Science Club, Interact Club, and Spanish Club. Her plans following graduation are to attend Liberty University to complete the undergraduate in kinesiology while continuing to play hockey. Her message to younger players is to work hard, play hard, and have fun. Her message for her family is to continue to work hard, have faith, love life and family. Don't be afraid to ask for help and be willing to take advice. Life is an adventure. Enjoy it.
Great camera work. Well, let me turn this back up a little bit. I turned it down too much. Great camera work there by our own Judd Stewart.
Oh.
You're working hard right there.
Oh, thank you. No, it was easy. It's, they straight line.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of senior days that senior nights that we've been doing, are on basketball courts.
Yep.
So you can just leave the camera stationary, but you were back and forth. You were right on it.
Well, you know what? After the first run through, I kind of got the feel for how it was going to go, and I think I went too early the first time. I went, there's one more, that last will bit. Once they got past the last will, that I knew the next kid was coming out. So I think it was a little bit of synergy between me and the PA fella here. So it was good all the way around.
That's a sign of. What's up, Barry? Okay, we're on the air. You're going to listen to the call? Well, that's a
friend of the show.
Friend of the show. That's a friend of the show, Barry Stalford.
Hello, Barry.
Coming up, he's definitely done that numerous times to me. He actually came up during an Armstrong football game and went right to the press box glass and stuck his head in.
I think he would have done the same here if he could. Unfortunately, it's a little tight up here in the crow's nest, as it were.
No room for Barry up here.
No.
But yeah, Barry, great friend of the show.
Well, we appreciate the support, Barry. Thank you very much. And I have a feeling, Josh, that's not the last we're going to hear from Barry this evening.
No, probably not. And we'll most certainly be on the air whenever he pops his head back up and talks again. So the Zamboni is out, which means the ice will be cleared, and then we'll get this PIHL Class AA varsity hockey matchup underway. The Mars Fighting Planets visiting tonight the Belmont Complex, and the Riverhawks in first place in AA. Mars having a tough year, 3-12 coming in, kind of toward the bottom of the standings, but Riverhawks have won 6 in a row, and picking the right time of year to get hot, Judd.
Well,
7 in a row.
7 in a row. That's you're not kidding. End of the year is just exactly the time that you want to get hot. But you never know. Mars might play spoiler here tonight. It's always a good night to play spoiler when you're coming in and there's a lot of fanfare, a lot of celebration. So maybe we were talking about the oomph that senior night was going to give to the Riverhawks, but you never know. It might also light a fire underneath Mars as well to say, look, we want to end the season on a high note. Why not us? So could be a great game here tonight.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I remember, whenever I played in high school, that senior night thing, you'd have to sit around and kind of watch everybody from the opposing team get honored. And you'd be like, you know what, I want to go out there and beat these guys.
That's right.
So that's a really good point, Judd. And we'll see if the Fighting Planets have an upset in store. But the Riverhawks, as I mentioned, have been nearly unbeatable as of late. They had that big week a couple of weeks ago where they avenged a loss to Bishop McCourt, and they avenged their only other loss to South Fayette and took over first place. Since then, a couple more victories for the Riverhawks to kind of widen their lead at the top of the standings. We're going to look out for the line of Caleb Hoffman, Chase Huff, and sometimes Jason Rulo's on that line, sometimes Tutak's on that line. Eddie Jeremy likes to mix it up. And the one good thing about having the home ice is you get the last change.
That's right.
So you can dictate the matchup. And Coach Jeremy, not taking anybody lightly. I spoke to him a little bit this past week, and he said, look, last year we kind of let an opportunity to have a home game slip through our hands. This year, the Riverhawks undefeated at home. They don't want to do that again. They want that home playoff game.
Yep.
So,
and to your point, Josh, because you get that last change, you absolutely, a lot of people talk about, is there such a thing as home ice advantage? Does it really matter all that much? You can make an argument one way or the other, but I still say that last change is so vitally important to be able to take a look at what your opponent's going to be doing out there, especially in the playoffs, because situational hockey becomes so much more important in the playoffs. That, to me, that last change is just paramount. So you're right. You want to get that home game. You want to have an opportunity to play at least one here in your own barn, and I think the Riverhawks will be laser focused on that here this evening.
Yes, indeed. So after the Zamboni leaves the ice, the teams will get a 5-minute warm-up, and then we'll get this one underway. Just to let you folks out there know, maybe if you want to pop over and check out the other games that are on the network tonight. We've got the Armstrong Riverhawks girls varsity basketball team taking on Hampton tonight. And we can check in on that score right now. And looks like Riverhawks up big in this one, 26-8 in the second quarter. So Armstrong out to a big lead on Hampton.
Could be a big night for Armstrong across the board, Josh.
Yeah, and the other broadcast we have going on, also another senior night, and that is the West Shamokin girls. They are taking on River Valley tonight. And Joe Rhodes and Dave Hartman out there. They haven't quite gotten it underway yet, so I assume that means JV's still going on, and the senior night ceremony will kick off there when that JV game finishes. A couple seniors on that West Shamokin team. Bailey Conrad, she worked with High Top Sports Network when we did our student co-op out there, Wolves TV. And Melissa Spahn, also another high topper. They were very interested in getting on the mic, getting behind the camera, trying to kind of see how this all comes together. And Bailey actually wrote a really nice article about her time working with us on High Top Sports Network for the Indiana Gazette. So some really good kids out there at West Shamokin. So if you want to tune in for that, that will also be on High Top Sports Network this evening.
Well, we always say it's the best place for high school sports coverage, but I think it's insider coverage too, Josh. I mean, we've got kids on both sides of the lens. That's terrific.
We do indeed, and also, a lot of these kids, we've actually had some kids come to us now that we're out of the pandemic, and we don't have to worry about numbers of people in the press box and being socially distanced, and you can kind of trying to get back to normal here. We've had a bunch of kids reach out to us, from the schools that we cover, Armstrong, Freeport, West Shamokin, Kiski, that want to be a part of it. And up at Armstrong, Isaiah Riggle, Logan Badak, they've been really helpful this basketball season. So we appreciate it, and it's a great opportunity. If it's something, if I would have had something like this in high school, I would have been all over it. I went to school for journalism, and it would have been a dream come true to be able to broadcast. Obviously wouldn't be broadcasting boys basketball games, but the girls and other sports. So the kids kind of make it even extra worthwhile, you know?
Absolutely. We had the morning announcements and BTTV. I was a Butler Tornado when I was in high school, but I agree with you, Josh, to be able to expand and do something like this and to learn, you know, because I think, while we don't have maybe the most high tech of setups, it's still a great opportunity to learn and kind of figure things out on the fly. I know there have been nights where I've kind of had to troubleshoot or kind of had to do things on my own, and it's a good opportunity just to kind of test yourself. And I think now we've turned this into a plug for why high school students should reach out to us and try to work with us. But it is. It's a lot of fun, and there are far worse ways to spend a Thursday night.
Yes, indeed. So the Zamboni, only a couple of more passes here, and then we'll see the teams take the ice.
It was pretty interesting. I don't know if you noticed on the last Penguins broadcast, there was a party Zamboni. It was like there were people like on the back of the Zamboni, and they had lights. It was kind of bizarre. They always have that one, right? That does something, but I've seen it before where they had, like on Pittsburgh night, they had the mascots, you know, they had the pair, they had Steely McBean in the back, but this one was like a party Zamboni. It was pretty funny.
Wow, they need to get a party Zamboni down here at the Belmont.
I agree.
Guess who would be on that? Me, this guy.
Well, you could. We could do that. You could get down there and talk back up to me.
Yeah, take the wireless mic down.
Yeah.
Give you some commentary from the back of the
Absolutely.
Zamboni. No, I didn't see that. The party Zamboni. That sounds like a pretty excellent thing to do. How many people were on it?
Not many. I mean, it was like maybe like 3 or 4, but it was enough that it was noticeable, and it was like, oh wow, that's a party Zamboni. That is indeed as advertised.
I think I heard a little bit of the national anthem start up there. Maybe somebody hit the wrong button. Getting ready to put the net on the moorings. They're just a few minutes away from the action here on High Top Sports Network. PIHL Class AA Varsity Hockey. Armstrong and Mars getting ready to go at it.
Not too bad in here temperature-wise. There have been colder nights. I kind of was curious with how cold it's been the last few days.
Yeah.
I wondered how the temperature would be in here. I have my work dress shoes on from earlier today, so my feet are a little chilly, but other than that, everything else it's not too bad in here tonight. Ice looks good as well.
Yeah, you need to get some insulated boots.
Indeed. I had a few pair of those. I was actually on a video shoot outside yesterday, so I had them on yesterday, but all day inside today, so I've got I think these are Steve Madden.
There you go. Styling and pro.
Oh, I'll tell you, no, but Zappos.com.
Yeah. Good place to get some deals on shoes.
Absolutely.
Sure, I've definitely used that site. And the doors are open down there at the far end, and looks like Mars is approaching, getting ready to take the ice as well. We'll see the Riverhawks come out here. A real good turnout tonight is on our side, and you look across up into the bleachers above the ice over there. Pretty good turnout.
Yeah, good showings on both sides. Certainly senior night bringing out the home crowd, so it's to be expected. But you're right, Josh. A number of people made the trip in from Mars.
That's not that bad of a drive up here.
Not really, no.
Thanks again to the Belmont Complex for being this evening's official broadcast partner and scoreboard sponsor. Belmont is located here at 415 Butler Road in West Katanning, and their 2023 spring programs are open for registration. The Learn to Skate Series 3 program registration deadline is the 26th of this month, and that is the first step toward becoming a skilled hockey player or figure skater. Lessons are set by the Ice Skating Institute, and the Belmont's Learn to Skate program is a half-hour group lesson held Sunday afternoons for 8 weeks. Also have Learn to Play Free Day, Saturday, February 25th at 1:50 p.m. here at the Belmont. And you can join us to have fun and learn some basic hockey skills. No cost, and equipment is provided. Boys and girls, ages 4 to 9, register at www.tryhockeyforfree.com. And the registration deadline is 5 days prior to the event, so that would be the 20th of this month. Call the Belmont here, 724-548-1067, or follow them online, belmontcomplex.net. You can find them on Facebook too, if you want to find out more information about those upcoming youth programs here at the Belmont. Checking back in on the Armstrong-Hampton girls game, 26-19. So the Talbots made a little bit of a run there toward the end of the first half. So feel free to pop over and check that out. As we wait to get this one underway, check the old, oh, it's 7 o'clock exactly right now, so not sure what the holdup is.
No, I don't know. Mars is ready to rock. Perhaps they're
yeah, they're, you know, maybe a
little bit longer of a pep talk on senior night in the locker room, perhaps. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say too. Maybe Coach Jeremy in there talking about what these 9 seniors have meant to this program. I think I see some uniforms over there moving around, but well, that's a coach.
Maybe it's those mannequins. Maybe they're blowing in the wind over there.
You'll have to check those out on your
I will.
out.
Very cool.
Interesting touch for sure.
Very, very cool.
Well, I see one official over there. Don't see the other just yet. He's about to take the ice.
Well, they're striking up the Metallica, so it can't be that long.
Well, last week we had just a wide variety of musical selections here at the Belmont. That seems like that's the entrance music. Oh, little guy.
There they come.
Oh, man, there's probably a 4-year-old kid ran right in front of Dylan Morris. I don't think Morris even saw him. That would have been a nasty collision, but the little guy got past the goaltender just in time as they were getting ready to come out of the tunnel there, that opening of those double doors. I mean, whoo, that was close.
Was that Dusty Baker's kid in San Francisco that time?
That would have been something I would have done at that age, just oblivious to what's going on and run right in front of a goaltender who's literally about to hit the ice running. And here he comes, he's flying up here, the little guy. That's the dude right there in that orange jacket. He almost took one for the team.
Wow. Well, you know what, at least it would have been the goaltender, and maybe the pillows, the pads wouldn't have hurt quite so bad.
Yeah, for sure. So the warm-up clock countdown is on. We're just about 3 minutes and 57 seconds away from the action here. See some JV hockey players heading over to the student section. And some of the parents making their way back around, going to sit down. See some signs over there in the elevated.
I was just noticing that. Check them, check them.
That's right. Oh, and check. Perfect hockey name. I like that. Dylan the Brick Wall Morris and he leads PIHL Class AA in victories this year. So a great senior season for Morris. Kind of his first year to really be the man and have this really be his team, and he's done a great job in net. Folks still continuing to file in here to the Belmont, so it's filling up even more than whatever we said it was a nice turnout.
This is the place to be in Katanning this evening, I'll tell you what.
What do we call it? The place to be.
The place to be.
So I assume we'll see, all of these seniors really play meaningful minutes for this Armstrong team, and on senior night, it'll be a heavy rotation, but we got 9 guys out there for these Riverhawks on their senior night. I expect to see all of them log some heavy playing time this evening.
Absolutely. That's almost 3 full lines. I know one of them is a goaltender.
Yeah.
So you're not looking at 3 full lines of players, but almost a complete lineup, offensive lineup, I should say. So you're right. I think you will see them with a lot of ice time this evening.
We have another great sponsor to thank this evening. That's Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley. Let Phoenix help you get on your feet after an injury, recharge, and rise to new heights. 2 locations nearby here at the Belmont. One in Katanning and Franklin Village Mall up on top of the hill. West Katanning, technically. You can call for David Fermani up there, and also one in Rural Valley out towards West Shamokin High School. Give Brian Brooks a call. Visit them online at phoenixphysicaltherapy.com. Book your appointment online. Fantastic sponsor. They've been with us from day one and wanted to throw their name in on the hockey game tonight. So thanks to Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley. Well, that is the buzzer, and we are about to get underway. Opening face-off just moments away. 17 minutes on the game clock.
Well, I started to wonder, I'm looking out there and I only see one official, but it looks like the other ref is in the penalty box right now, tying his skates up. So we will have 2 officials here this evening.
Well, hopefully he did not commit a penalty.
Stripes and
So national anthem out of the way. And ready to get it going.
Yes, I think we have just about maxed out on all of the pregame fanfare that can go on before a game. So I think all that's left to do is drop the puck.
Well, I turned the noise suppression on because I feel like where we are, you pick up a lot of what folks are saying.
Yes.
And maybe sometimes not always the greatest thing.
No, hockey parents are known for their colorful language, to say the least. They're also not known for their restraint.
Yeah, no. We've seen it firsthand a couple of times this year in the games that we've done together, Judd. I've seen it in the other games that we've done here at the Belmont.
Yes, there's a reason there's a security guard here.
They're usually a couple.
Yeah.
One at each end.
One down at this one down here. And here we go.
Off the puck is dropped. And the Riverhawks come out of there with it. Landgraf over to Simpson. He tries to chip it ahead. And we're underway. First puck in deep. And it skips in on the goaltender, number 29, Adam Gould. Oh, that's how you say it, Goul. And immediately, first stoppage, we go with McLemore. So it's gonna be another one of those nights.
One of those nights. I'll tell you what, it probably won't beat that night that I think we were at Freeport and they were playing uncensored songs. That would have been a different one.
Well, hit on net with a wrister high and wide, missing short side. That was number 55, Ian Ettinger. And again, Mars comes in, gets the puck deep. Fighting Planets with a little hop here off the opening faceoff. And that one blocked by Landgraf. And he comes out of there. 2-on-2, but hustling back are the Fighting Planets. Riverhawks will take a line change. Landgraf keeps it deep. Two-tack tried to center for Huff. And Mars will change it up now as they dump it deep. Hooks back to grab it. Sends the puck. It's cut off by Lipchin at the blue line. Here's Barty Glenn, puts it ahead for Hoffman. He chips it in deep. And Hoffman split the D there, tried to get to it first, but knocked away nicely by number 25 for the Planets. That was Sam Steigerwald. There's a hockey name for this area.
Yep.
Wonder if there's any relation to
Paul
Steigerwald.
or John, his brother.
Maybe a grandson. Those guys are getting up there in age.
Oh, they sure are. Yeah, I would say they're both at grandpa age, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but could very well be.
I mean, I guess you're always at father age when you get up to that. More likely a grandpa if they are related. Great uncle, possibly. Who knows? Owen check back for it. Slings it around. And Fasola. Oh, a little trouble with it right there as Rulo was closing in, but Mars able to clear the zone. Here's Bieber. 1-on-3. And just kicked away easily there by Morris. 14:35 left here. First period, puck loose in front. Give Franceschi credit for getting that stick down there. Taking a shot attempt away from the fight, and it's right in front of Morris. Rulo battling right in front of us. Gets it to Hooks. He swings it in off the man. And it ends up deep. Graff after it. And Graff tries a tough angle shot. Tried to bank it in off Gould. And there's another one looking for the deflection in front. Check put it up high. They're trying to put a stick on it. Deflected was Graff. Gould swallows it up. Oh, back-to-back McLemore.
It's a McLemore kind of night.
You got to shout it out. I'm waiting for the Miley Cyrus. We got one of those last week. Obviously, early Miley. Don't think it was her new album. Centering pass goes all the way out of the zone. And Franceschi will track it down for the Riverhawks. Yak back off his stick and back to check. Lobs it towards center ice. Oh, nearly on the stick of two-tack right there, but he couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Went in with a steal right there, but I think we're going to get an offsides. That was then Olshinsky.
Puck just kind of moving up and down the ice right now. Neither team really establishing much end play.
Off the faceoff, Riverhawks bat it down toward the Mars end. Going to be an icing call against Armstrong, so the faceoff will come all the way back. And we go from Macklemore to Roscoe Dash featuring Walker Flock Flame. No hands. I'm calling out every song. Let's see if I can.
They're all over the board tonight. I wouldn't be able to. I couldn't tell you what this song was.
Okay.
Nor of those Macklemore songs. I remember that thrift shop song, though. I do remember that.
And Rulo batting for the puck. Able to keep it in right there was Simpson. All the way down deep, up after it, but out of there with it comes number 15, Richie Lusk for the Fighting Planets. Oh, wow. Good hands right there by Ettinger. He gets dunked by Rulo. Good straight-up check there by Jason Rulo. And Hoffman flying into the other end. Oh, dangling. Puck right there, just poked away. Rulo was closing. But Hoffman said in his last will he wanted to leave his silky mitts to one of his teammates, and those were some silky mitts right there, stick handling through the Mars defense, but unable to get a shot on goal. But Riverhawks lead in shots 3-1. Here's Hooks. He tries to get around Edgar. So both teams. Oh, man, that was a tough collision by Hooks on Stevenson of Mars. Oh, bat it down. Chance here. Out of there, Hooks. One man back with shot on and goal. Loves it as Hooks. Oh, up high. Yikes. Sam Steigerwald did not like the little extra that Adam Hooks gave him after the play. And a cross check up high, and will send Steigerwald to the penalty boxes. Oh, it's going to be Matthew Miners. Hooks goes also.
Hooks doesn't seem too happy about that.
Well, he did check Steigerwald after the puck was gloved down by Gould, and he popped him into the net.
He did, and I'll tell you, we've seen a couple games this year where the refs kind of let things go at the beginning of the game. Things got a little out of hand toward the end, so good to see the officials kind of settling things down here early on, setting the tone.
He's off, swung around, hit the Mars end. That one is.
Oh, my. Another penalty there.
Yeah, Stevenson is going to get whistled for that hit on number 87 for the Riverhawks.
Borderline, and Stevenson, he's talking to the referee, and he's pleading his case. And again, I think that's borderline. I don't know necessarily that it was totally egregious, but a little close to the. I think they're going to call it interference. Okay, well, I'm not so sure that was interference. I hate to quibble with the referee. I think he might have been able to call perhaps a board or something. Yeah, the coach doesn't like it. I agree. I think that was. I'm not so sure, but.
Yeah, Mirando got dumped. So now we will have a penalty. 5-on-4. Riverhawks on the power play. And check. Battling right there. Good hustle by Ben Bowser. Right now the Riverhawks coming back. And on the far side there, Hoffman was wide open, but Cusack didn't see him. Hand grab, sends it to check. Oh, tried a little tic-tac-toe to Yakmak.
Oh, boy.
A collision right there between Lusk, Landgraf, and Yakmak. Here's check. He pokes it down. Over the Mars end. And loose puck here, a big boomer might save off the post. Oh man, when he has a chance to set up, he has a booming slap.
Goalie giving a little love to the iron there.
Oh, you have to, because Czech got that puck right in the slot, had time to wind up on it. It was like a parting of the Red Sea. the defense and everyone kind of got out of the way because I'll tell you what, Check carries a heavy boomer, and that one was fired off the post. So
It was a clapper for sure, Josh.
best opportunity of the night so far goes for the Riverhawks. They are out shooting the Fighting Planets 4-1. 10:59 here left. That backhand by Rulo on net. Cool save.
Good clear.
105 left on the penalty. 10:49 left here in the first period. Riverhawks trying to get it back up top. Todorov waiting for it, but Mars able to clear, and that was number 51, Jacob Lestishin. And Marty Glenn, he just had a little trouble. I think it was offsides, and Marty Glenn had a little trouble getting that puck forward. So faceoff comes outside of the Mars zone.
And Mars doing a good job, kind of just not really allowing Armstrong to settle into anything here so far. Now, like I said, neither team has really had much setup or sustained end zone play, but the Mars doing a good job, getting that puck out of their zone when needed.
Oh, Hoffman fires, but Bull right there. Good glove. It's pushing and shoving in front right there. Yakmak and Colin Stevenson mixing it up.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of that. I think that's, these teams know that, Armstrong is so good and so dominant that they've got to kind of try to find a way to get them off their game, right? So you're gonna see them taking some liberties, pushing them after the whistle, kind of getting in their heads a little bit. But Armstrong so far doing a good job here this evening, keeping things in check.
Two-tack up the check. The penalty is over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Two-tack with a good check on those far boards. Able to force Ethan Factor off the puck. There's Graff behind the net. He gets trailed up. He's stuck in front. How did it stay out? Bull got a blocker on it, I think. That shot went right through the crease. Bull didn't see it. Fired high and wide there by Wyatt Two-tack. So a couple of good chances for the Riverhawks right in front of goal. And back down deep. That puck gets away and just barely slides out of the zone. Here's Graff trying to get in, being held right there by Bowser. No call. Trying to center from that corner with a man in his face was Graff. Riverhawks able to cycle it around, but comes to hooks. That one might have been deflected by a high stick. No call. And here's Graff. Back in, gives it up to Bartygood. Bartygood around the man, fires with shot. Saved by Gould. That one goes up and around and off the very top of the glass. And out of play. 8:02 left here. First period on this Belmont Complex game night. Thanks to Gary Montabell and all the fantastic staff here at the Belmont. Always very hospitable for High Top Sports Network. And down deep. Getting out of there was Hoffman. Good chance. Looked like Gould just got a shoulder on it there, Jay.
He did. He kind of lost that rebound. I think he kind of just got in the way of that first shot and then couldn't kind of track it, but able to keep it out of the net.
Here is Simpson. He puts it on net. Stick to the corner there by Gould. Rolo rubbed out of the play by Lestishin. And that puck back up to center ice. And off the back of Olszynski's stick. So turnover right there comes to Huff. Beats a man, second pass and puck backhanded. And I believe we're going to get a hold as Huff got around his man. See who heads to the sin bin. I think it's number 7 for the Fighting Planets, Jack Turch.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah, Huff able to go wide around Turch. Turch definitely used that free hand to try and pull Huff back. But that shot on net, I didn't think Mars had possession off the rebound. So a quick whistle. Riverhawks come out of there with a power play nonetheless. Their second of the first period, 0 for 1 so far. Here's Tutak.
Oh, my.
That was wide. And Barnes able to clear it all the way back down to Morris. Armstrong will reset and bring it back up the ice. Here's Chet. Sends it far side over to Tutak. Walking in. And another wrister misses the net from Tutak. Goes back around the boards and down. Hoffman circles back, drops it off for check. Landgraf takes it, circles around the center ice stripe. And Landgraf comes in, stops, holds, gets it to check again, and that hit Tutak. And deflected off of Tutak's skate up into the netting to the left of Mars goaltender Adam Poole.
Played pretty well here tonight. Has the Mars goaltender.
Well, he has been tested officially 10 shots for the Riverhawks, just 1
Oh.
for the Fighting Planets. So while Poole is getting tested at one end, Morris is just kind of standing there like, maybe it'll come my way. Centering pass knocked back to Hooks. Fires toward the net, tried the deflection right there. Did Barty win, but went the other way. And
Oh, boy.
fighting for jumping, try and get over it was Barty when he does. Todorov sends a backhand pass over to Hooks, looking for Huff. But a couple of Mars defenders there. And Ettinger comes out of there with it. Mars captain, he's going to fire one high and wide over the glove of Morris and off the boards. Seconds left.
Another shot attempted, but still only just the one shot on goal.
Yeah, got to get those on the net. And Hooks, he tried to send it across the Tutak.
Have a man in the center of the ice.
And the penalty expires, so Riverhawks 0 for 2 on the power play so far this evening. They've certainly been carrying the play, but haven't been able to convert with that man advantage. And back up, Landgraf trying to cut that puck off. Yakmak did, but back to Mars. Steigerwald swings it over to Basula, but Basula tried to go back to Steigerwald, and that puck went to the corner down there. Chipped in by Olszynski. Check, eases it up to Tutak, who clears the zone. Olszynski chips it at the red line, gets it down deep. First one there is Franceschi. He loses it. Oh, great check. Right there by Landgraf. So strong and able to just separate Ben Bowser from the puck. That leads to an opportunity for Landgraf.
Oh, wow.
And another post run by the Riverhawks. That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
Had one earlier on a slapper by Check. That wrister.
Says thank you to the pole once again.
Oh, you gotta. Adam Gould getting some love from the iron. Turnover here. Here's Hoffman. Gets past Ross. And the centering pass for Huff. Matt Gould diving. For the Riverhawks. As Mike Lang would say, Big Ben struck 1 and 2 so far.
Sure has.
as we wind towards 3 minutes left. In the first period, 3:06 to be exact. Simpson dumps it back deep.
Pretty quick period, all things considered.
Couple of whistles so far.
Right.
Nothing major. Both teams playing pretty clean. Simpson over to get it, slides, loses the puck, and Henniger comes out of there with it, but Huff steals it. And Huff going back 1-on-3. Here's a chance for Huff. And blocked away nicely by Gould. Big save, but Huff's going to have the puck again. And he got kind of pushed off there by Henniger as he was trying to shoot it. Ahead to Lipchik. He's going 1-on-3, and that puck slipped nicely by Simpson. And Bartigwin comes out of there with it. Gets Tutak. Tutak kind of falling away with a wrister. And forgot the puck. Over there in the far corner did Max Zagorski. So the Riverhawks maintain possession. Here's Hooks. That puck just skittered wide. I think it might have hit a stick and a skate on the way in there. Didn't have much velocity on it, but definitely changed direction. Centering pass. Stopped by Gould. Here's another shot.
Gould in great position there.
Yes, certainly. Well, he's gotten some help from the iron, but has played really, really nicely here in this first period. His team still only has one shot on net to the Riverhawks. 14 shots on goal.
Yep, Gould staying very in control, coming out on top of his crease, staying out, staying big on top of the net. So let's see how that continues here. He's getting peppered with shots, though, here in this first period.
Yeah, another quick one off the face-off by Yakmak, but still in good position there was Gould. He just kicked it away.
I think kind of one of the saving graces is that a lot of these shots have been from pretty far away. They're not getting in much far past the top of the red circle. And the ones that have gotten in have run off the post, so.
Yeah, good point. Here's Bowser coming back. He tries to shot, but Hooks with a good stick right there. Didn't allow him any wind-up. Landgraf skies it to center ice. Trying to chase it down there was Graff. That puck sent ahead off the boards looking for Bowser. He can't maintain possession. 3 Riverhawks in that corner. And Yakmak comes out of there with it. Trying to line up Yakmak was Grant Weaver, and I think he got the worst of that. Yakmak is not small. Shot on goal there by Landgraf and gloved. Once again by Gould. 47.7 seconds left here. First period. You're watching High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckgoss with Judd Stewart here tonight. Senior night for the Riverhawks. And we are still scoreless as this first period is drawing to a close. It's been eventful for Adam Gould for sure.
Absolutely. And, while, they say it only takes one, right, on the other side, you can't continue this. This can't sustain for the rest of the game. One shot on the Mars side, and now 16 for the home team. So I think Mars has got to try to get, try to get some pucks deep, try to get some pucks on net. As I think, one shot on goal tells a different story. You can tell a few different stories, and I think one of these is that Mars has, another penalty, but Mars has not been able to play very much in their offensive zone.
Well, Hoffman got dumped right there by Bowser near the far corner. I wonder what they're going to call it. It's kind of like a pitchfork.
Yeah, I think you could easily call a trip there. Yep.
So the Riverhawks will have the final 17.9 seconds of this first period, barring a goal, of course, on the power play. Running around there, and that'll bring us to the end of the first period. Scoreless here between Armstrong and Mars. Riverhawks a 16-1 advantage in shots on goal, and in high school hockey, no intermission between the first and second periods. So we'll get right back to it here after a short break. You're watching High Top Sports Network. For Judd Stewart, my name is Josh Reckgoss. We'll be right back.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
Welcome back to High Top Sports Network's second period. About to get underway. Scoreless here. Riverhawks will have a minute 42 of power play time to start the second period. And face off to get the second period underway. Down their sticks off the boards in front of their bench, and Mars wins the face-off cleanly and dunked down into the Armstrong end there by number 50, Nathan Basula. Well, Gould wanted an icing right there, but he didn't get it. That puck shot in from just inside the red line. There's checked over to Tutak, long shot deflected by Yakmak, just a little bit wide. Yakmak centering pass to Landgraf. That one knocked out of there by a stick. I believe it was Ben Olszewski. We've got two Olszewskis, so I will try and clarify which one is which. And here's Tutak back in racing. Fires on net. Hoffman tried to stuff it in, but Gould there with the right pad.
And the referee saying it was a good clear, but it would have been a good clear either way because there's no icing when you're down a man. So for the team down a man, I should say, you can still ice the puck when you're on the power play.
Landgraf keeps that one in. Skates around two men. And deflected away by Basula's stick. Back up top. Oh, hooks. Sent it in. Tutak kind of spinning away. Put it on net. Here's hooks again. Berglund tried to go backhand over Gould, but over the net. The puck went instead. Here's Todorov. He takes the shot. Don't know if that was deflected by Hooks, but again, another save by Gould.
Well, I don't think it quite got deflected, but it was good interference in front of the net. Gould had no idea where that was, just kind of working on instinct.
Todorov again fires that one off the Stition's shin pad. But
oh, boy.
Back out, yeah, big check right there by Hooks on Grant Weaver. Weaver's taking a couple of shots tonight. Stoppage here as referee Paisano. I don't know if he's stretching out a cramp or what there on the Armstrong bench. Look at him.
He's trying to show the boys his moves.
He's like, see this, boys?
You can be, you keep yourselves in shape. You can do this at my age.
Yeah. Oh, fired block. That was originally blocked by number 15, Richie Plus. The Riverhawks' second attempt went wide. And Mars clears it. Penalty over. Franceschi fighting for it. Franceschi able to get it deep. Spins it. That puck comes out in front. But Mars there to pick it up. And a turnover. Graf gets the puck back. Backhander. That one goes wide. Franceschi now going to send it on net. And Gould gets a pad on it. Riverhawks are certainly sending those guys across. Trying to work that deflection. And knocked off the puck. That's still loose in front of Morris, and he ends up in the net. So he was trying to get past Franceschi, but unable to. So 14 minutes exactly left here in the second period. No score. Riverhawks now a 23-1 advantage in shots on goal, Judd. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Especially in the first period and not even a half. Yeah, it's a lot of shots, and that just goes to show you what a night Gould's having to have, because he's keeping his team in it right now.
Well, they got their second one there off the faceoff, just a weak backhander in on Morris, but they registered it as a shot on goal. So Mars only 2 shots on goal through the first 21 minutes of play. And that pass too hard. Coming out of the zone from Jack Turch. And the Riverhawks end up with it. And as you said to me off the air, Mars just having a tough time making center ice.
Yeah, they are. They, like I said, it seems like the only time they're able to get it down past center ice is when they've been clearing it. Armstrong just, as we speak so soon, great scoring opportunity there by Mars. So maybe we're giving the old commentary jinx in a different direction.
Well, wrist shot in there, saved by Morris. That came off the stick of Church, but Steigerwald had a chance right in front, just couldn't jam it home. That was Mark's best chance.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Thinking the same thing.
I always find it hilarious when the music comes on and you look around and the adults are just all kind of sitting there like whatever, and there's these little kids just jamming.
Enjoying themselves.
Doesn't matter what song it is, they just start feeling the beat and start dancing. Oh, Landgraf fans on a shot right there. That was a high percentage area for Landgraf to try and take that slapper, but he fans, and out of there comes Mars. Hustling back was Hooks. That wrist shot was blockered away, taken by number 31, Ethan Lipchin.
Good turnover there.
Oh, Henniger walking in on Morris, and it's stoned right into the chest of Dylan Morris. Henniger with a big steal. And maybe that was the best scoring opportunity so far for the fight plan.
Gonna have a penalty here.
Who's heading? Mirando, I believe.
Interference in front of the net, yeah. He and the Mars player got tied up a bit in front of the net there and took his man down. Certainly the Mars player didn't appreciate it. Took a little swipe at his skate after the fact, which I don't know if the referee noticed that, but look out.
Heads up.
I'm not sure where it went. We found it.
Yeah. Hilarious. Somebody just stuck in their pocket like, I don't know. Get that souvenir. The Mars on the power play now after that interference call against Mirando. And Hoffman, quick stick, able to get it out and cleared for the Riverhawks. Steigerwald tried to get it ahead to Ettinger, but Riverhawks there and cleared away once again by Owen Check. So we've seen a couple of ding the post for the Riverhawks. A couple of decent opportunities here in the past few minutes for the Fighting Planets as that one dumped all the way down in. Hopping there first, but he forgot the puck, and Steigerwald trying to come out of there with it. Tutak tries to finish his check on Steigerwald, but Mars able to control. 52 seconds left on the power play. Ooh, that puck kept in by Steigerwald, thrown on net. Morris with the save. And sending it to the corner. Bowser over. And a wrister. That was off the side of the net.
Not sure why we have a whistle. Oh, then that came off the mooring.
Yeah,
Okay.
it didn't come all the way off. But Morris was sliding over that puck wide off the net. He bumped it a little bit, and I think the official thought it might be coming off the mooring. That's where he got the whistle, but it actually stayed on right there. So 6 shots on goal now for the Fighting Planets, and 5 of them have come in the last 3 minutes after what could only be described as a drought.
Yes.
Bugs trying to race down and battle for that loose puck, but good skating right there and nice stick work to bring it out of the zone by Nathan Basula. He still has it. Fires shouldered by Morris. Loose puck in front. Can Marsh keep it in? Oh, offside. Just unable to keep it in. Only a couple of inches offsides. I think Basula and Olszewski were going for it there. Maybe kind of canceled each other out. That's why that puck got out. Second period here on High Top Sports Network. Still scoreless, 10:08 left. The line grabs behind his own net. The penalty expires. And that puck sent forward. Graff racing for it. Tried to get there first, but Church able to knock him off the puck. Loose one comes back out. Shot on net. Tried to jam it home, did Yakmak, but pulled there with the left pad. You know the Riverhawks want to get that first goal. They've had opportunities. Deflected. That one misses wide on the far side. Up off the glass. Todorov can't hold it in. But a good stick there by Yakmak. Gets it right back to his teammates. Graff drops it ahead to Landgraf. Landgraf tripped up. No call there.
No call.
And Hooks unable to keep it in. So forward come the Fighting Planets. Lestitian trying to get it ahead. He can't. Here's Graff. Dropped it off to Todorov. And Todorov skating down the near board. Centering in front. Looking for Graff. I think Graff got a stick on it, but just might have had his stick checked away there in the very last second. Coming up the near side, Olszewski. He dumps it deep. Franceschi back to grab it. And a turnover there by the Riverhawks, but right back to Hooks. Trying the old Murphy dump right there.
That's right.
You can't really do it in this arena.
No, the ceiling's a little low.
Yeah. Oh, good stick by Franceschi. Forces the turnover. Riverhawks back ahead. Looks like a 3-on-3 with Huff, Franceschi, and Hoffman, but Huff circles back. Puts a backhand on Hoffman. Hoffman wisely circles. Centering pass ends up with Franceschi.
Oh.
Offsides
Yeah,
there.
touch that. Yep.
Check. Does not agree, but the official calls it offside. So the faceoff coming outside the Armstrong zone. 7:59 left here, second period. You're watching High Top Sports Network on this Belmont Complex game night.
Not sure why the puck came all the way down to the Armstrong zone.
Intentional offsides, I think. I don't know how you could call it intentional. I think Chet definitely thought it was in.
That's right. It did his best to keep it in.
Chesky circles back. Stevenson there to catch it off the glass, but Hooks heads up with the puck. Tries to get it ahead to Chutak, who kicks it forward. Chutak loses the puck, so Mars coming back the other way. That's Chusak. Haven't called his name tonight. Number 28, Ben Chusak. Turns it over. And the Riverhawks come the other way. Oh, loose puck right there. Bergwin couldn't get it over to the forehand. He wanted to take a shot on the forehand right there instead of backhanding it in on Poole, but taken away by the Planets. I'll say no icing right there. Hooks must have got tip of the blade on it, centering back on the Landgraf, cut off. Nicely there. By number 25, Sam Steigerwald. Chance. Big check by Landgraf into the glass over there. Near side corner boards. Petition going from side to side. Dumps it back. That flap shot blocked down. And Yakmak sends it ahead to Graf. But nothing doing again. Riverhawks, and there's a turnover. Yakmak out of there with it. Here's Landgraf. Oh, he was looking for Graf right there. Simpson takes a shot on that, poking at it. Jameson Yakmak, but unable to poke it between the pads of Gould. And another one sent through the crease there by Graf. Slap shot. Diving for it.
Oh, boy.
Somehow Gould found it at the last second as Graf was diving for it. I'll tell you what, Gould got up ready to swing.
Yeah, he did not appreciate that little bit of extra little bit of push there at the end after the whistle. As most goalies don't. They don't like their hands being messed with down there. And they're covering the puck in that blue paint, so.
Yeah, because if you think about it, I mean, those catching gloves, they don't really give you the padding.
Not at all.
That a regular hockey glove does.
Nope, when you get those sticks down in there on your fingers and all that stuff, it's not good.
Centering pass fired for another save. And a penalty call, I believe, against Armstrong.
Armstrong spending a lot of time in the box tonight.
Chase Huff doesn't like it. He skates slowly toward the penalty box. Up 2 minutes in there, I think it was a slash. So power play here for the Fighting Planets with 5:49 left in the second period. And off the face-off, poked out. Basula back to track it down. Here's Hoffman, who tried to take it away, but Olszewski able to send it toward a teammate. Still, the Riverhawks clear. Chutak trying to get around Basula, but the puck comes loose. And out of there with it is Bowser. Well, Bowser gets away from another check. Bowser taking a shot. That one is wide of the net, left side of Morris.
No, I'm not sure. Teammates there knew that pass was coming. It was a nice play there by Olszewski, but I'm not sure he had anybody there expecting that pass.
Oh, Hooks nearly turned it over.
Oh my, nice keep-in.
Yeah, keep it by Basula. Chutak tried the slap shot clear, but Basula flagged that one down, kept it in, so Mars controls under a minute left on the penalty.
And this is some of the best end play that Mars has had all night.
Winding up, taking a big shot. Oh, there's a save by Morris off the right pad as Basula's shot was knocked down in front. Couldn't see who got the shot attempt.
Good block there by Tutak.
I think it was number 51, Jacob Lestishin, that had the attempt after Basula's shot was knocked down. Basula out here the whole time so far on this penalty. Oh, trying to use the hip check right there was Grant Weaver, but caught nothing but air. So Riverhawks after it in the bar's end. 6 seconds remain on the slashing minor to Chase Huff.
Oh no.
Oh boy,
Blasted. They're going to say he slashed it out of his hand.
I don't know about that.
I'm not so sure about that either. That was just kind of a poke check.
Yeah, and Edinger, I think, only had one hand on the stick when it got knocked out. Franceschi is bleeding.
As he should be. He shouldn't. Yeah, I mean, you need to don't get too upset there, but I'm with him on that one. I think that was a little bit of a miscall there, but whatever the referee says goes.
So right back onto the power play are the Fighting Planets. And they win the faceoff cleanly. Steigerwald at the point sends it in. And knocked down, I believe, by his own man, Edinger. And the Riverhawks able to clear. Yakmak, boy, Gould left that puck, and Yakmak just slid around the net and took it. Yakmak, a big body, tough to knock off the puck, but he's cycling like that. What a save.
What a save.
Point blank. By Gould, another save, so a couple of short-handed opportunities, but what a pass by Landgraf. Check from behind is Yakmak. No penalty called there on the cross check from behind as Landgraf lays a big check into Henniger. Coming the other way are the Fighting Planet Stevenson. Centering pass. Oh my goodness. He had Lipchin hanging out at the post. Just too much sauce on that cross ice pass.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness.
What a shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, for as many chances as the Riverhawks have had, it's Weaver Lister through the screen for the Fighting Planets with 2:48 left.
And you're not kidding when you say fighting. That's what they have been doing here in this second period. Now, literally, obviously, we are in a hockey game, but they have been fighting through it, right? They're fighting through just basically a very stout and sturdy defense of this Riverhawks team that, for a while there, Josh, I was saying, they were barely able to make the red line. And now, all of a sudden, look at them. They've got a lot of life here.
Well, they've got the lead, that's for sure. And despite being outshot by 18 by the Riverhawks, Weavers is the one that counts as it made it through traffic and got past Dylan Morris for the first goal of the game.
That's a high stick.
Definitely a high stick, and Hooks a little extra. Right now, if you're the Riverhawks, you can't get frustrated.
No. They've had lots of good opportunities here this evening.
Yeah, you got to keep playing your game right now if you're Armstrong. You can't be taking the penalties, and I think that last penalty, that was a power play goal, and we both agreed that penalty call was
ticky-tacky, to say the least.
Average at best.
Mid, as the kids say.
Oh, man, so mid. Yes, my son says that, too, when I text him something or I talk to him. He's like, Dad, that's a mid.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
I've only recently picked up on that one.
Yeah, it's tough. I got 13-year-old twins, so the lingo, it's hard to keep up with. But, that penalty call, that's a great way to describe it, as the kids would say, mid. But it cost the Riverhawks as Weaver ends up scoring on the power play for the Fighting Planets. And as we approach 1:35 left here in the second period, loose puck.
There it is.
And a big celebration in the corner right there as Hook stays flying over. Jumped on the two-tack and put him into the boards.
Well, you knew something had to give eventually, Josh, right? 28 shots now on the board. Eventually one of these, and they're high-quality shots, too. These are not all floaters from the point. These are high-quality shots, so you knew something had to give eventually, and it did. And we're all tied up here at 1 with about 1:30 left here in this first period.
And I'll tell you what, that loose puck came from Hooks. Not exactly in the corner. I just saw it on the screen, a little replay. And right there to pounce on it was Wyatt Tutak to tie it up, an even strength goal for the Riverhawks. Makes it 1-1. I didn't see what was going on. I was looking down at the screen. But
Icing.
all right. So the face-off down in the Armstrong end. But yeah, Hooks just kind of did one of these. It wasn't like a full-on pass. It wasn't a shot.
No, it was
behind the net, but
it was like a chip shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're gonna say no icing. What's going on here? The referees talked about it. They said, you know what?
They're actually down here, guys.
Change your mind. On second thought.
We're going from one side to the net.
My, they can't decide what circle they want to drop the puck in tonight. They went over here, they'd be in all four.
That puck sent back in by the Planets. Franceschi's clear gets that knocked down, and they're going to call a high stick.
Oh my, I don't know about that either.
Well, that call came from the official that was all the way behind the play.
And now they're going to send the puck all the way back to the Armstrong zone. I'm a little confused here.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough call to be made all the way behind the play right there, because I don't think the stick got above
No,
What would be the top of the net?
that barely came above waist level.
Well, that one backhanded in by Czech. High bouncing puck, and Poole able to close up those pillows and knock it away. 1 minute remaining in the second period, all tied up at 1. The Mars lead short-lived after the Weaver power play goal. Riverhawks answer. Here's an outlet pass. Takes off in front of the back. Trying for the backhand. He is knocked off the puck nicely. Good defensive play there by Sam Steigerwald to hustle back, knock Huff off the puck. Centering pass. Oh, that was Huff. The backhand centering pass from Huff. Another puck on net. Poole kicks it out of there. That was Franceschi sending it in. Had a couple of teammates in Hoffman and Huff camping out. Final 20 seconds of this second period. Oh, knocked down here by Stevenson. He tries to take a shot, and Morris able to cover that up with 15.8 seconds left here in period number 2, thanks to the Belmont Complex, our game sponsor and scoreboard sponsor, official broadcast partner this evening, sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Saw Gary Monabel, the director of the Belmont Complex, prior to the game. Gary, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and that puck smacked by Landgraf off his shin pad, and he chases it down. We're under 10 seconds, 5 to play. Fight for it on the boards. That's going to do it. Don't think Todorov has time. He does not. That'll do it here in the second period. Riverhawks fighting back. And as we were saying, right before that goal, hey, just keep playing your game because it's working. And it finally did working. As Tutak was able to cash it in to tie this one up at 1. But, it's unbelievable to me. You're being outshot, 3-1 here. If you're the Fight Planet's goal has just been excellent in net. Riverhawks, plenty of chances, but only 1 goal to show for it, Chuck.
Yeah, I think if you're the Planets, you're going into that locker room feeling, good about what your goaltender's been able to do for you, but feeling bad about what you've kind of done to him, the position you've put him in to kind of have to leave him, to have to make all of those shots. So I think that there's some things for the Planets to build on, and they should be really, really confident. That was a nice goal. Nice, even though that it was, like you said, that lead was short-lived, it was still a really good goal. So there's things to build on. But again, I think number 1 has got to be figuring out a way to slow down these Armstrong team and keep them from getting so many shots on net here in this third period.
Well, we will be set up for an exciting third period. It looks like Riverhawks have those 2 shots rightly ironed, an inch one way or the other between a 1-1 tie and a 3-1 lead for Armstrong. Meanwhile, Mars, right before that power play, you saw them start to generate some chances, Judd, and then on that power play, able to cash in. So it's going to be set up for an exciting finish here on High Top Sports Network. Judd and I are going to take a quick break while the Zamboni clears the ice here between periods. And we will be back for the third on High Top Sports Network. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Third period underway on this Belmont Complex game night. Riverhawks and Fighting Planets tied up at 1 apiece.
I don't know about you, Josh. It felt like that period they kind of just slipped by. They didn't have they never put the time up on the scoreboard. So next thing you knew, it was time for the third period to start.
Well, and you know what? I normally will take a break, hit the restroom, go over to the concession stand between periods. That one gets in on Morris. He stopped it, but it was still loose. And then a shot by Olszewski off the board, still loose around Morris. The Riverhawks come out of there with it. Oh, that puck went up into the Armstrong bench right there. Whipped out of there by Graff.
Stanchion.
Yeah, off the backhand by Graff right there, and it hit one of his teammates. So, but back to your point of the period break, normally something by, I usually come down out of the crow's nest. We'll head over to the concession stand or something, and it's so full here tonight that I was just like, nope, I'm going to sit up here. Sit. I use the term sit very loosely because I basically was balancing on a railing of this two-man crow's nest.
There's barely room for us in the camera. We do have a steel chair up here. Well, steel chair. Listen to me. I always call these aluminum folding chairs steel chairs. You can tell I'm a product of pro wrestling, but
a product of the attitude era.
Exactly, for 100%. But anyhow, there is a chair up here, but it's being used for a computer right now. So
it's the equipment stand.
It is.
We don't get to use it. Plus, I think if it were on this side of the railing, I don't think it would fit.
No, there'd be no room for either of us to sit.
Oh man, a couple of chances for the Riverhawks. Rulo got the last one, but again, a couple of saves on that sequence. So we are tied at 1 apiece. Both of those goals happening late in the second period. Mars took the lead on a power play goal. We'll find the young man's name. I know his last name's Weaver, Grant Weaver. But then the Riverhawks answered just a couple of minutes later. That high shot from Hooks went over the net. A goal by Wyatt Tutak, set up by his teammate from behind the net, Adam Hooks. And that is where we stand. Riverhawks have not converted on the power play. They've had a couple of chances. Mars, I believe, 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Both teams.
Yeah, I was going to say that was kind of a silly penalty.
Oh, he stuck right there. Just down to 5. Why?
There's a check from behind the Mars player over here on this wall, and really unnecessary penalty. I'm not really sure if it was maybe an accident. I mean, he definitely followed through with the cross check to the back, but really not necessary. And Mars is going to be short-handed a man here.
Well, I knew there was a penalty coming against the Fighting Planets, but Mars never had possession of that puck, and behind the net, after it got away from Gould, the whistle blew when Armstrong had possession. So, I mean, a quick whistle right there, but the Riverhawks back on the power play, where I believe they are 0 for 3 for the evening. So their fourth opportunity with the man advantage. Here comes Owen Check. Across the blue line, tries to cross ice pass to Tutak. Yakmak camping out, calling for it. Yakmak 2 tries, and he lands on top of Gould.
Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you what, Yakmak landed on top of goal. He was checked from behind. And he landed on top of goal. And that puck came out to Landgraf, who had a shot basically while Yakmak was on top of the goaltender, and Gould got up swinging.
He was not happy. Not happy. And his teammates, rightfully so, kind of calming him down, pulling him back, saying, hey, it's like, let's not get another one here. But they did call something here. I don't know if they've called that on the goaltender and they're going to have another fellow serve the penalty. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Going to the box is the captain, Ian Ettinger. So a big loss right there. 5-on-3 for the Riverhawks as, Gould lost his temper in a big way. And, I mean, obviously,
Man,
that was not
no, don't want to get on these referees too much here because, again, we appreciate everything that they do and appreciate the
not an easy job.
Not an easy job at all, but that's two really kind of borderline, and I'm going to call this one, that did not go out. That puck's fully got across that blue line, and it did not.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you know, Bull lost his temper in such a big way, and like you said, his teammates tried to calm him down, but who goes to the box to serve the penalty? It's the captain, Ian Edinger. That's a loss on both sides of the puck here for the fight plan. And so 1:03 left on the 5-on-3. Two-tack sends it across the check. Get ready for a banger. That was just inside the post, rattled around, and the Riverhawks score on the 5-on-3 advantage to take a 2-1 lead.
And we kind of were talking a little bit about that earlier on in the game. You know, we said that it was only so long that Mars was going to be able to kind of play on that line, and I don't mean play on that line in a way of them sort of playing dirty or anything like that, but playing on that line of just kind of like, man, it was only a matter of time before Armstrong was going to start putting it in the net, and here we have it.
Well, I'm waiting to see if Yak Mac got a piece of that, and it looked like he might have gotten the shaft of his stick on it. But either way, you know, you give Czech that much time. His shot is so vicious. Well, they're going to give the goal to Czech. I would like to talk to Yak Mac afterwards and ask him, hey, honestly, did you get a piece? Because he had the stick in just the perfect way to deflect that. But if not, a beautiful goal by Owen Czech, and he squeezes it in the top left-hand corner, top right-hand corner of that Mars net. And that makes it 2-1 Riverhawks. We still have 48 seconds left on the second penalty. That one to goal being served by Edinger.
Another ball there.
I picked the camera up at just the right time, Judd.
It was Kismet. Good idea. Good thinking there.
You know what? There's a chance here on the power play. And I got the celebration down pat with a little block of the Mars player on the goal right there.
Yep. Just missed it. Got a good selfie photo, though, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, got a couple of good ones. But Armstrong, after I said, had not been successful on the power play this evening. They notched 2 power play goals in the span of a minute and 8 seconds. So Yadmak does get a goal, and here's Marzin. And Morris gets run into by his own man, Graff. That was a good opportunity right there for Jacob Lestishin, junior forward for the Fighting Planets, trying to answer back. And as I was talking about Yatmak maybe getting a deflection on Czech's goal, didn't matter right there, as he was set up beautifully by Braden Landgraf and able to pound it home past goal. A 3-1 lead for the Riverhawks. Picking up the second assist on that goal was Wyatt Tutat. So we've seen it several times so far this year, Judd. Just takes a little bit of time. It doesn't matter. You don't know when it's going to happen, but once that Riverhawks offense clicks in, boy, they can score a bunch in a hurry.
Absolutely. Kind of scoring it well. And you're right, Josh. They were letting the Mars planets hang around for a little bit. And we were talking about there was only a matter of time, I thought, before the Riverhawks kind of kicked it into gear. And we've certainly seen that here in this third period.
Mars doing their best to try and answer back. Riverhawks able to clear. Huff had that one skip over his stick onto the stick of Jack Kirch. And Lestishin with Olshinsky out there. And number 18, Ben Bowser. That's the line for the Fighting Planets right now. Turnover at center ice. Huff trying to get to it. Olshinsky bangs it out of the Armstrong end. Hooks. Fires it back in off the skate. And Huff comes up with it. but redirected to the corner there by Steigerwald. Oh, shot right in front by Rulo. It's stopped by Gore. Another one, that was Mirando. Blocker up into the air and a high stick. That'll be off as that high stick was on Mars, but touched up by Armstrong. First spin move there by Hooks. Tried to spin again. And Lipton trying to get a 2-on-1 stick by Mirando and blowing a tire over there with Stevenson. So that ends up being offsides on the Fighting Planets. Furious pace here at the beginning of the third period, Judd.
Yeah, both teams, kind of clicking in now, kind of getting their legs up underneath them. Obviously, Armstrong ahead on the scoreboard here, but Mars not going away. They're still pushing the issue, still skating pretty well. I thought something I've appreciated about Mars' game all night tonight is how well they've skated. I think, that we've seen it a few times here where Armstrong is usually leaps and bounds above the other team in terms of skating ability, but tonight they're pretty evenly matched.
Landgraf, a huge check in the corner, down in the corner there is number 15. Richie Lusk getting up slowly to his skates. Look like Lusk is okay. And you look at Landgraf, not the biggest guy, and Lusk is a big guy, but guess what? Landgraf is built like a brick outhouse. I mean, I'm telling you what, every coach that I've spoken to on that Armstrong bench says he is the strongest player on the team, and he showed it multiple times, throwing his body around and taking out guys much bigger than him with clean checks. I mean, it's not like they're dirty. And Yakmak backhands it in all the way down. Riverhawks there to his first Landgraf centers. And that was off the stick of Graff, and a turnover here. Jamison Yakmak with it. Trying to get around a man. Backhand in.
And Graff with a really nice opportunity there, but just not able to get much on that shot. I think it kind of surprised him a little bit. Sort of just ended up at his feet.
Yeah, take a whack at it. Didn't expect it to get there.
Not able to get as much mustard on it as he might have liked, and it's kind of fluttered off his stick.
9:41 left here, third period. Riverhawks up 3-1. Couple of power play goals in this third period. The difference in this one. Centering pass again off a skate. And check keeps it. Oh, Mardigren trying to get a stick on it. Sails over the Mars net. Right now, 42 shots on goal for the Riverhawks, just 12 for the Fighting Planets, who, if you can believe it, at one point had a 1-0 lead in this game. That puck ricochets out of there. Looked like it went off a skate. Out in center ice, Franceschi gets around the man, but back into the Armstrong zone. Check sends it around. That's going to be kept in by Turch on a nice play. Puck knocked up in the air, caught by Turch and put down. Mars, tried to get it over there. Did Weaver to his teammate Max Sikorsky, but a good stick by Owen Check knocked it away. This one poked down into the Mars end by Hooks. Barty went to it off his stick and out of there with it on one knee was Tutak trying to center for Hooks, but taken away by the Fighting Planets. Todorov, a good check right there to take a Mars player off the puck. Tutak sends it toward the Armstrong bench, but they were changing right there. And Plastician, he's going to be drawing the penalty right there. They're going to say Tutak got a leg out and took out Plastician again. That looked incidental at best. So the Fighting Planets, with 8:05 left, will go on the man advantage. Face off down into the Armstrong end to the right of goaltender Dylan Morris. Here on senior night, thanks to the Belmont Complex. Remember, learn to skate. The registration deadline February 26th, and also learn to play free day. Saturday the 25th is when the event takes place. Registration deadline on the 20th.
A little bit of an errant pass there. Ends up at center ice, but then this Armstrong power play so potent.
Well, Hooks kind of lost an edge right there. Mars able to keep it in. 130 left on the penalty to the Riverhawks. I think it was Chutak that was called for that penalty. Yes, getting the leg out on Lestitian.
Good opportunity there for Mars, but just unable to get that shot on net. Went wide. He had a wide open cage there to the side of the net on the glove side, but kind of not able to that shot on net.
Now we get a stoppage. That puck is going to come out of the Armstrong zone and right outside the blue line to the face-off circle nearest the Armstrong bench. 7:07 left here in the third period. 1 minute exactly left on the two-tack minor. Langgraf sends it across the red line. Mars trying to regroup here. Steigerwald gives it off to Lipchin. He carries the mail. And Lipchin gets a wrist shot in on Morris, who gloves it. Didn't make the initial catch, but was able to cover it up. And that'll bring a face-off to the left of the Armstrong goaltender. 6:46 left in regulation. Face-off won back nicely by Yakmak. Mars trying to keep it in. They do get it deep. Chesky there. Mars just not able to execute those passes crisply and cleanly. They're not ending up on their teammates' sticks. So the penalty down to the final 10 seconds. Tutak ready to come on here. And that penalty will expire, so the Riverhawks kill it off. Tutak coming in flying, takes a run at Weaver. And here's Weaver, ends up with it. That puck deflected, I think Franceschi got a stick on that. It goes up into the netting, so we'll get a stoppage with 5:49. Well, they just announced the 50-50, and I always like the people that look down at their tickets and then just toss them in disgust. Well, somebody won it.
Yeah.
He's walking down. He's strutting.
He is.
Tonight when people make the win the 50-50 here at Armstrong, packed house. Oh, and he's showing it off as he walks past his buddies. That's right. Got that winner, he said. Tutak sends it deep. End up on the stick of Hooks. Bartigwin trying to get deep. Checked from behind. No penalty. He's puck. Bartigwin turns and fires, but a great diving block there by Bowser. Tutak bounces it around the boards to Simpson. He goes back deep. And a spin move there by Hooks, trying to get it across to his line mate Bartigwin, but Mars comes out of there. Tutak runs Bowser in front of the Mars bench, and there's a tie-up on the ice and a tie-up near the bench. I was watching Tutak and Bowser right in front of the Mars bench with that shot kicked away by Tutak, or excuse me, by Gould from stick of Simpson, I believe. All the way back down, no icing as Tutak touched that one. It's coming out of the Armstrong zone. Here's Hoffman. Trying to get between two fighting planets. Hoffman, good check there on Church. Of Mars. Trying to clear, they can't. Rulo sends it all the way across, keeps it in. And Huff.
Nice play to keep it in there.
Keep it in. Chase Huff laying out for it. As we approach the 4-minute mark here in regulation, that slapper by Hooks goes wide left. Hoffman centering pass, got a man in front. That was Huff, couldn't bring it to the forehand. And Mars trying to get out of there. Here comes Stevenson, but boy, Hooks able to get back in time, but Wide angle shot right there. Misses the net. That one taken by number 31, Ethan Lipchin. And a backhander by Hupp. Boy, had some zip on it. But past the glove hand and wide of Cool. 44 shots on goal for the Riverhawks. Turnover right here. Here's Lineback. Going to try and set it. And the open net just fanned on it. What a play.
Yep, had an open net there. Kind of worked his way in. Just not able to finish the play, but a great opportunity.
Yeah, Landgraf came off the bench right there, stole that puck. Here's Yakmak. And Landgraf fires, but that's blockered away by Gould. Right now, the Riverhawks are buzzing. They do not want to allow another chance to these Fighting Planets as we wind down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in regulation. Lestitian gets it ahead to Olszewski. Behind the Armstrong net. That's check. Had it taken away. Right there by Ben Olszewski. And that shot blocked by Hooks. Second one deflects right in front. And a save by Morris with the skate on the shot by Lestitian. Boy, a lucky bounce for the Fighting Planets right there. It came right to the ticket. Shensky, I don't know if he's saying there should have been a penalty or.
Well, he was giving a little bit of a face wash to the Arrow player he was matched up with, and I don't know if his gloves got stuck in the cage or what, but there was a little bit of cage yanking there.
A face mask, if you will.
Yeah, I bet.
They'll push it ahead to Tutak. He loses it. Back with it come the Fighting Planets. Stevenson crosses the blue line, drops it off to Weaver. Stevenson rubbed out there by Owen Check. Sola sends it across the Lusk. He fires it off the boards in front of the Armstrong bench. Here's Check. Push it forward. And back with it via Tutak. That puck deflected near the blue line. Just a little sailor in by Barty. Went goal. Loved it and just tossed it to a teammate like, come on, guys, let's go.
Yeah, I don't know that the referee would have given him the whistle there anyway. He had two teammates there with no arrows around. So, yeah, Gould made the right move there. I'm not sure his teammates were ready for that.
Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, I saw it. Franceschi.
A little bit of a hook there.
Yeah, got his free hand around Bowser's waist.
Holding.
Turned him. So the Riverhawks going to go on the penalty kill once again. Could be for the remainder of regulation unless Mars scores. 1:16 left here at the Belmont Complex.
You know, looks like your buddy's leaving, and I'm a little disappointed he didn't.
Oh, Barry.
Barry's leaving, and he didn't have anything else for us tonight. I'm a little bummed out.
Didn't say goodbye, nothing.
Irish exit.
I know. I'm going to tell him about it too. He looks like he's in some pain right there. Maybe.
A little cold, a little stiff.
I'll tell you what. Too many minutes sitting on the hard bleachers. Barry got to stretch it out. It looks like. Oh, he's straightening up.
Yeah, he walked it out.
Yeah, it took him until he got down to about the ramp there until he straightened up, but he was definitely bent over.
Laboring, as they say.
Barry, you're going to make it, bud.
Stretch it out, pal. But we need some physical therapy.
You know, Barry, prior to getting on the air in several different High Top Sports Network broadcasts, he was actually interviewed by, I believe it was Channel 4 at the last Katanning Ford City football game. 100-year rivalry. The last game played at Katanning. They did Sports Illustrated did a thing on it, but Barry was interviewed by one of the Pittsburgh news stations. And his lower third, it just says, Barry Stauffer, football fan.
Football fan, all right.
So
tonight he was a hockey fan.
That's right. No stranger to the camera. Empty net here now. The timeout taken by the Fighting Planet. So Gould on the bench. You got to give him credit.
Yeah, Gould played a really nice game tonight. Did just about what he could.
Yeah, 42 saves for that young man, as you said, at one point peppered. Oh, here's a long-distance shot, looking for the empty net from 200 feet away, but no good. And no icing as the Fighting Planets are on the power play. 6-on-4 with the empty net for the Fighting Planets. 30 seconds left in regulation. And bounced up. Still the speed. He finds it. And his teammate back there, I don't know who set it forward. It might have been Hooks. But whoever it was saying, you just blew my assist, dude. As he missed on the first attempt at the empty net, but able to track it down and backhand it home. Braden Landgraf puts the icing on the cake for the Riverhawks. 4-1 Armstrong. Yeah, only fitting that Landgraf, the captain.
On senior night.
Yeah, that's it's got to feel good for Braden Landgraf.
So tough thing here for the Planets, but again, I think this is another one where the score doesn't necessarily affect the effort.
Not at all.
I think Mars played a heck of a game here tonight. Oh my, and we've got some post-game scrimmage.
Yeah, Hoffman going at it down there. I believe that's Stevenson. No, it's actually Henniger, number 55. And as the buzzer sounded, those two got into it. But guess what? Doesn't matter right now as the Riverhawks seal a 4-1 victory with an empty net goal by Braden Landgraf. 3 goals here in the third period for the Riverhawks. First 2 coming on the power play, one on a 5-on-3, and then one on the ensuing 5-on-4 man advantage. That was the difference. Landgraf's empty net goal makes it 4-1. That is your final here from the Belmont Complex. Just it's the Riverhawks offense. It only takes 1 goal to get them going.
Absolutely.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They score in bunches.
Well, it was almost like after Mars scored that opening goal, sort of woke up the Riverhawks, kind of got them, okay, all right, let's get back underneath ourselves, legs back up underneath ourselves here, and let's get to skating. And that's exactly what they did very quickly, tied it up, and next thing you know, it's 4-1 Riverhawks. Another impressive showing here tonight.
Yeah, on senior night, the 9 seniors celebrated prior to this game, and all of them, playing a part tonight. Yeah, Morris in goal. He wasn't really tested. There were some opportunities there for the Fighting Planets. They had a couple of flurries. Like, 15 saves on 16 shots. That's as well as you could do. Weaver's goal on the power play. It was a tough goal, wristed from a weird angle through traffic, and it got past Morris. But other than that, able to shut it down. And then you had goals from Tutak, Yakmak, and Chet, all seniors. And the assists also coming from seniors too, I believe.
Very fitting again on senior night. They kind of the key contributors here as they have been all season. So a good way to celebrate the seniors, a good way to put not necessarily a cap on the season, but a good way to put a button on a night like this.
That's for sure. Another nice effort for the Riverhawks, running their winning streak to 8 in a row now. So Armstrong continuing its strong finish to the regular season in search of that home playoff berth. And Mars will fall to 3-13. Riverhawks now 16-2 on the season. See another really strong performance here at home, unbeaten at the Belmont Complex in this regular season, Judd.
Love that home cooking, and as we said, that's what they're shooting for here in the playoffs. They want that home playoff game, want that right of last change, and get that home ice. So obviously that the Belmont Center has been kind to the Riverhawks here this evening, or this season, and certainly that story is the same here this evening.
Finally, one more time, we would like to thank our official broadcast partner and scoreboard sponsor tonight, the Belmont Complex here in West Katanning, 415 Butler Road. And the registration is open for their 2023 spring programs. Learn to Skate Series 3. Registration deadline is February 26th. The first step toward becoming a skilled hockey player or figure skater Lessons are set by the Ice Skating Institute. Their Learn to Skate program is a half-hour group lesson held Sunday afternoons for 8 weeks. And also the Learn to Play free day, Saturday, February 25th. That is when it will take place at 1:50 p.m. here at the Belmont. Join us to have fun and learn some basic hockey skills. No cost and equipment is provided. Boys and girls ages 4 to 9 register at tryhockeyforfree.com. Registration deadline is 5 days prior to the event, so that'd be February 20th. And you can give Gary Montabell and his fantastic staff a call at 724-548-1067 for more information. And find them online at belmontcomplex.net. So thanks to Gary and all the wonderful folks here at the Belmont for sponsoring this evening's broadcast on High Top Sports Network. Well, that'll do it for Judd Stewart and myself, Josh Reckendorf's 4-1 final here. Armstrong Riverhawks over the Mars Fighting Planets. Remember to tune in tomorrow night. Doubleheader on the network. It's going to be senior night down at Freeport. That's going to be a huge game as the Yellow Jackets take on top-ranked Hampton in a section matchup. Also, 9 seniors on that Freeport basketball team, so we'll be down there tomorrow night. And Armstrong boys will be in action against Fox Chapel. A critical game for the Riverhawks, as right now they are teetering on the brink of not making the WPIHL playoffs. Riverhawks could use a big win against the Foxes tomorrow night. So that boys basketball doubleheader on High Top Sports Network tomorrow evening. Make sure you tune in every day. See where we're at, what we're doing, what we're up to. You can follow us on Facebook, High Top Sports. That's all you got to do is search High Top Sports. Follow us on Twitter at HighTop_sports. You can also check out the website, of course, HighTopSportsNetwork.com. And if you'd like to be a sponsor of any of our coverage of high school amateur athletics here in Western Pennsylvania, you can give us a call, 724-824-3554. I just love watching the Zamboni, Judd. It's kind of like mesmerizing. I have that whole script in my head, and then when I got done with it, I was just watching the Zamboni like, oh, it's so cool.
It is. The perfect lines, the effortless turns.
They're turning ice into glass.
That's right.
It's beautiful. All right, folks, tune in tomorrow night. Big boys basketball doubleheader here on the High Top Sports Network. As always, we thank you for joining us for Judd